We are live from Donington Park Raceway in Donington, England for the first race, or for the 8th race of the season. I believe our first in the month of April. We've got our setup here. And we're going to bring this up to 32 laps. Mandatory pit stop in this nice, beautiful for Donington Park time zone. It's going to be 4 o'clock game start time, which is honestly one of the most beautiful things in the game that I've seen. And we are going to be ready to go. And there will be no qualifying. This is a new rule for Nurrscurr. Qualifying has been, removed. It wasn't a thing the first 5 seasons. Why is it a thing now? So that's the new ruling. So qualifying is gone. That's why these races will be a few laps longer now. And also the field size has been shortened drastically from 31 to 30. Just for the sake of not having to take 4 screenshots of the finish, because I don't get the 31st driver in the 3rd shot. So we've got 30 drivers here taking on Donington Park. So we'll take you through the starting lineup as well. It will be Elton John, Judge Judy, Michael Jordan, Will Smith, Hillary Clinton, Johnny Depp, John Cena, Larry the Cable Guy for now, Steve Harvey, Mark Wahlberg, Rihanna, David Beckham, Lance Armstrong, Matt Damon, Jesus Christ himself, Darren McNamara, who are you? Jerry Seinfeld, Brad Pitt, Jimmy Fallon, Milo, Adam Sandler, his first race back, George Costanza, Stevie Wonder, John F. Kennedy, Peter Sellers, LeBron James, last week's winner, Kanye West, Bruce Springsteen, Simon Cowell, Tyler Perry. That's all of your field here. We've got this oddball kind of lineup. Very weird lineup here. The green flag is out, and we are racing at Donington Park. Michael Jordan already to the bottom. He's going to give it a shot down the inside. And here comes Johnny Depp looking for 3rd. But through very quickly is the 38 of Michael Jordan. Judge Judy going to get a fight for 2nd here from Elton John. A little bit of beating and banging there, but John's going to get it. Out of the 2nd section. More contact between the 60 and the 46. Looks like Judge Judy was not happy with the way that Elton John drove him through that section now. Coming down to the final corner here. I'm going to pull up a playback. Michael Jordan, your leader, with Elton John in second. Judge Judy challenging for third. Johnny Depp with an impressive run in fourth position, putting that WABC Magnum Enterprises car very high. Larry the Cable Guy making his return to the series after killing multiple people. Running fifth. Will Smith, very low in points, I believe pretty far. Let's see where he is in points. He is 26th in points. 25th in points. Almost 200, or about 150 under the cut line. Hillary Clinton, 13th in points, sitting pretty in her spot. David Beckham sitting 9th in points. Let me go back. Let me use the rest of the field. Michael Jordan, your current race leader, he sits 3rd in points, 88 behind points leader Steve Harvey. Elton John sits marginally outside of the playoffs. He sits 23rd, almost 100 behind. Judge Judy sits 7th after starting the season so high up. He's fallen down from like competitively top 3 to all the way in the back to 7th. Johnny Depp has just fallen out of the playoffs in 22nd. Larry the Cable Guy is 29th in points, so a very well-needed spot run for him. And we've already done. Okay, John Cena is not even on the list, so that'll have to be done. John Cena not on the points list. Rihanna is pretty low. Yes, Rihanna is 26th in points. Steve Harvey, your points leader. He is first he's actually second. I forgot about this. He's second by 1 point to San Antonio, who has DNQ'd this race. Oh, shit. Lance Armstrong is 4th in points after being very mediocre when he wasn't racing. He returned, kicked everyone's ass, and is now here to show that he can still do it. Darren McNamara moved up to 5th in the 2 races that he has been in. He's finished 2nd and 3rd, or 5th and 3rd with lap-led points. He has really been able to show that he's got something going this year as well. 14th at the moment. Matt Damon is 7th or 6th in points. We're just going right down the line, I guess. He is 6th in points, having a very good rookie season, not leading rookie of the year, 2nd in rookie of the year to Lance Armstrong. Brad Pitt is also not on that list, but has not been good all season, been absolutely terrible for a really long portion of the season. According to Scott Goldman, under very thin ice, as Scott Goldman, the team owner, once said last week. On very thin ice, if he cannot pick up his performances from what he's got, this is an improvement from what he's had, but it's still really not what the team's looking for. Milo is down in 27th in points, however that is no fault of his own. That's a fault of him not having a head. Pretty much being right in. Next down the line is Jesus Christ himself. He is in the playoffs. He's 14th of 18. So he's sitting lower on the line, but in by lower standards. George Costanza, he sits 8th in points. Very big improvement as when he joined Tier 1 Motorsports. He improved a lot over that mid-season. Over the offseason, he improved a lot. He gained a lot of experience, a lot of talent, because he's just right up there right now. He's really up there. John F. Kennedy is right at the bottom of the points, 30th in points of 31 marked drivers. There's still 9 of them that aren't a thing. Jerry Seinfeld, he sits on the cut line. He is 18th out of 18 in the playoffs. He needs to pick it up, or he's got to pick it up and run with it if he wants to make it in. We've got about 10, 11 races before the playoffs. Yeah, he's got to pick it up and run, as he's only 8 points in. Jimmy Fallon is not on the scorecard. Adam Sandler has fallen out of the points into 20th. He is about 35 points to the bad. Stevie Wonder not on the scorecard, but not worth mentioning if he was. LeBron James is not in the playoffs despite winning and despite having a first and second place finish this year. He is not in the points. He currently sits 21st behind Sandler, only 3 points behind Sandler. Peter Sellers, I believe, is now in the playoffs. Peter Sellers in the playoffs, or is he just down here? And I don't see him. Peter Sellers has made his way into the playoffs after being one of the most consistently shit drivers of the season. He's been able to manage out I believe a 10th and a 7th, which has gotten him up to 16th in the playoffs. Next is Bruce Springsteen, who sits 28th out of 31 scored. Then Kanye West, who was up in the field but is slowly falling. He currently sits 11th. Tyler Perry not on the scorecard, and Simon Cowell is the first driver out. He has 394, only 8 to the bad. So, honestly optimistic, I think, here for some of these drivers. Some can't say the same for. So back up to the front of the field here as Elton John has taken the lead, and the top 3 have grown a pretty big gap as Johnny Depp is missing. Did he pit? He might have. He might have pitted. This is a time to do it. Maybe Depp, Central did like the best strategy the world has ever seen, but I think these night races might happen more often. They look really nice at like 4 o'clock in this game. 4 o'clock night races look very nice. As Jordan went for a look, but wasn't able to turn it into anything special. Coming up towards the final corner before the chicane, Elton John, your leader, holding his ground quite well. He has not won since Texas last season, so it has been a very, very long time, in retrospect, since he has won a big race, or a race at all. He looked like a championship contender after 10 races. Led the points after Indianapolis, but just couldn't get a hold of it until the end of the season. So at the end of the season, so we weren't able to get anything done with it, or he wasn't able to get anything done, and he was out by the second round of the playoffs. Jordan looked like he had something for Elton there, but seems not. Driver down pit road. Who is the one to give? it is. We'll see when he comes out of pit lane. Here he is. It's Jimmy Fallon. Yeah. That's season 3 coming back to get me. That's season 3 coming back. But we'll see if anybody decides to come down this time around. Genuinely, if I had a fantasy track, easily the fantasy track I would have in this, the 2 fantasy tracks I would have in this game would be, it would be Montreal, the one that Formula 1 runs in Canada, and Mexico, the one Formula 1 runs in Mexico. Those 2 tracks are so much fun to me. So John, he holds the lead with Jordan, Judy, and Larry the Cable Guy running a career best 4th place. Well, where did he run last year? And wasn't Larry the Cable Guy in the 51 last year? Yeah, he was. And wasn't he, his best finish was 4th. With that stuff is also so. That's right. No, yeah, his best finish is 3rd, and, what's it called? Best finish is, no, there we go. His best finish is 3rd at Sakito last year. Started to pick up the pace, then come the end of, come the end of testing at Daytona, man had a broken back and a fucking lawsuit. We'll get to that one on the Nurrscurr Rundown later tonight, but Elton John, after 14 of 32 laps, right? 32. Is your leader, and doesn't look like anybody's able to pass him. As John is going to go down pit road. Elton John, the first of the top, or the second, or the third of the top 5 at lap 10 to come down. The other drivers that have pitted are Johnny Depp, Larry the Cable Guy. Depp made the best strategy here. He's going to come out with the win. Darren McNamara came down pit road. He's virtually 3rd right now. Jimmy Fallon and Adam Sandler tried it. And out of pit road, Johnny Depp will get the spot out of pit road. Will Larry the Cable Guy get the spot out of pit road? Are they going to come together? No, they're not. But Elton John is going to come out in 3rd virtually at the end of the pit stop cycle. Early pit stops here. Not even, just about a 1/3 of the way through the race. A little more than the 1/3 of the way through. Actually coming to the halfway point, but drivers pitting early here. Let's see who comes down next. Matt Damon seems to be one, as well as Milo and Stevie Wonder coming down. As Depp will go by. So will those two, John and Cable Guy, and McNamara and Fallon will go by. Sandler will go by most of them. He's gonna have to chase down Damon though, who had a rough exit of pit road. It's the front two now, with a nice gap over third, who is now Hillary Clinton. No takers on lap. A one taker, Tyler Perry down on lap 16. Judge Judy finally back out front leading laps for the first time since Daytona, I believe, maybe Indianapolis. But Judge Judy was having big time struggles making races and being consistently up front in them. After Indianapolis, it was a DNQ and a 30th out of 31 there, so bad times for the Nick Stracco team for Barry Gibb Racing. Now down the straightaway towards the down the back straightaway towards the front straightaway. Who of this pack will give next? It will be Michael Jordan down pit road, as well as looks like that might be let's go on board. It might be it's Peter Sellers and Jesus. So Jordan, Sellers, and Christ come out. It's a new one. Depp goes around. Most of the drivers go around. Damon will not get around as these drivers struggle to get out. Kind of got to kickstart the cars to get them going. Almost. As now these cars up to speed and going. Now down pit road. Now down will come. Will the 32 come? Will Smith will. Jerry Seinfeld will. Bruce Springsteen will. As now it's not paying off as well as the drivers that are there's lots of drivers now getting around this pack. Questionable move from Will Smith on Matt Damon. That is a rivalry that has not been talked about. So now none of the top drivers coming down this time. Hillary Clinton sends one down. through these sections now as it gets darker and darker. More drivers will fall to the pits as they are required to by Nurrscurr. Will Judge Judy be the first to do it? This leader group? Yeah, no. Really pulled sneaky on us there. Almost had it. Clinton down, Harvey down. And that is also Brad Pitt coming down. I'm not sure. That's also Kanye West and Simon Cowell. Leaving just, I believe, 10 drivers to yet to come down. As Johnny Depp has a gap and a half back to second place Larry the Cable Guy, third place Elton John, fourth place Darren McNamee, who made a great play to gain 10 spots on pit road and get out smoothly. Jimmy Fallon made a huge gain as well, I believe. Actually, let me try and find where the amount of the gain that Fallon made. Fallon started 19th, and he's up for virtual 5th, so yes, lots of positions. David Beckham giving Judge Judy the boot through the corner. John Cena coming down, being followed by a couple other drivers. That might have been Bruce Springsteen coming down. That leaves 8. Depp goes by. Through the final chicane now for the 22nd time. It will be bang, Rihanna down pit road. We're also going to be seeing, that's actually all we're going to see out of those 8 drivers who've yet to come down. Kind of a 3 and 5 little snake, which is now 3 and 4. One of those drivers has yet to come down, as Johnny Depp still has a 3-second lead. However, that seems like it may be shrinking. I'm not entirely sure. It does look like it might be shrinking. We'll have to see what it looks like when the rest of the drivers are pitted, and we'll see if it's an actually close gap. Down into the chicane again. Judge Judy's led since about lap 16. When will she feel comfortable giving it up? Now. David Beckham also coming down. Mark Wahlberg's going to take the lead. As we'll just take a look at who else came down. It was John F. Kennedy also. And that'll do it for this lap. Now Mark Wahlberg leads. He has had a very good stretch right now. 5th and 6th in the past 2 races. Or 2nd, 5th, and 6th in the past 3 races. Many points, as Armstrong, who's also had a great couple races, is running a front. This front pack is almost gone now. As 2.7 seconds separates first and second, with 8 laps to go. Wahlberg down, Armstrong stays out, Costanza stay out, and James stays out. It gives us quite a small gap of people. I believe it only gives us 3 drivers who are yet to pit. It does. Armstrong, Costanza, James are yet to come down pit road. Costanza going right around the corner, not good for him. That might let LeBron James inside, but he's not there. And now Armstrong and Costanza go down, but the boldness of Michael Jordan for staying out, even though he's losing a 10th a tick, if not more, to virtual leader, now second place, Johnny Depp, is bold of him. He is very much powering through on old tires and low fuel to make it the extra mile. As definitely the gap between Depp and Cable Guy has closed, but will it close much more? Like, how much will that close? Final chicane now for the last man standing. He will continue out on pit road, soldiering through. Now on lap 27, that gap is still closing. About now only 2 seconds between second and third. Less than 2 seconds, actually, about 1.8. And that's still closing. Now that's closing a lot more now that Depp is right behind LeBron James, doesn't have any room to go. 2.7 seconds separating second and third. With Darren McNamara lingering in the back. Depp still continuing to close into the final long right-hander. Final corner now for James, and finally he will come down pit road, relinquish the lead to Johnny Depp. Another rookie. Could he be the first rookie this year to pick up a victory? It's not true. McNamara. And there goes Larry the Cable Guy to the inside. Can he do it? Can he get his first career win? Pushes him off. Got it. An incredible move from the third season veteran in his first race back. Shoves him out of the way. And now Darren McNamara's going to try and go for third on Elton John. An incredible move. With incredible racing. Coming to 4 laps to go here. That is usually not where moves are made. Last time we were at Donington Park, Ian Harrison made his race-winning move right around there. Blasting down towards the chicane once again. Four to go. 4 cars in it. Down in the inside goes Depp, not enough room. On board with Johnny Depp. as he goes through the motions. Tries to dive it to the outside, runs the entire corner badly. Off in the grass again. Here comes Elton John to the outside. Is John gonna get it through the next corner? Still there, got it! Depp beginning to fall. Is the first lap pit strategy going to cause him more trouble than he thought? Two drivers are through. Now will a third go? Coming to 3 laps to go. Will Darren McNamara be able to get around him? Johnny Depp, his own driver, his own employee, for his second straight top 3 and third straight top 5. Larry the Cable Guy, though, he's looking for his first career win. Barely scoring points most of his career, he is now where he needs to be to shine. Elton John had a look on him, but it was not enough to get anything done. Darren McNamara looks like he wants to give it a try. Down the chicane, coming to 2 laps to go. Is Larry the Cable Guy gonna fight off the former winners and champions and win his first career race? Will Johnny Depp continue to fall on a failed pit strategy? Looks so. McNamara did set a slightly faster lap time, but everybody in the top 5 set a faster lap despite being on only 2 or 3 lap younger tires. Depp ran a 1:08.08. McNamara ran a 1:07.98. John did the exact same as McNamara, and Larry the Cable Guy did a 1:07.96. But that is not important as we come to the white flag. 1 lap to go at the end of the chicane. Will Elton John be able to pull anything out of the bag? These two drivers desperately needing points. The white flag is out. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by GoPro. Larry the Cable Guy could finally, after 2 seasons of heart pain for losing races, here comes Elton John. Was trying it but couldn't get it. And coming to 2 corners, final 2 corners before he gives it in and wins this race. Larry the Cable Guy for Michael Jackson Motorsports, looking to pick up the team's first win since Season 5. If that's correct, and it is. Looking for the first win since Season 5. Is he going to be able to do it? Through the chicane, no one is challenging. Larry the Cable Guy, from 30th in points, is going to win at Donington Park. Elton John second, Johnny Depp with a career best 3rd, Darren McNamara with 4th, Jimmy Fallon 5th, Michael Jordan 6th, Matt Damon 7th, Will Smith coming in 8th, impressive 9th for Adam Sandler, 10th place rounding out for Bruce Springsteen. Is that correct? Yes, it is. 11th to Milo, Hillary Clinton finishing 12th, John Cena 13th or 14th, who's 12th. Or 11th for Milo, 12th for Hillary Clinton, 13th for Jerry Seinfeld, 14th for John Cena, 15th for Stevie Wonder, season best, 16th for Steve Harvey, 17th for Rihanna. 18th for Peter Sellers. 19th for Tyler Perry, who started 30th. So good run for him. 20th for Mark Wahlberg. 21st for Judge Judy. 22nd for Bruce Springsteen. And who is this up here? Is it Jesus? It's Jesus. 23rd, Lance Armstrong. 24th, John F. Kennedy. 25th, David Beckham. 26th, Kanye West. 27th, Simon Cowell. 28th, Brad Pitt. 29th, LeBron James. And last, way back here, George Costanza. What a good race. Good race. And we'll probably do another one of these from Brno. Yeah, we'll do one in a little bit when I get points done. But quite so, a phenomenal finish here at Donington Park. And a great race upset victory for the driver of the 51 for Michael Jackson Motorsports. Thank you all for watching, and as always, ciao.